Do you know that feeling that sometimes we have about we are doing everything we can, we achieve great things, we feel that it's not enough, we need to do more, we need to try to push ourselves to the next step, to the next challenge. And sometimes it's difficult to stop thinking, to reflect where we are and to think about what we achieve without thinking what we can achieve. A lot of times happens that we are always looking for to the next step or looking at to the next point or thing we want to achieve, but normally we forget what we did previously. And I think this is a big mistake in general we all made sometimes, because when we are every time constantly focus in what we can achieve instead of what we achieve, there is a big sensation or feeling of constant frustration, constant failing, and that's terrible for the mindset, for our mood as well. And that's why it's extremely important to remember who you are all the time. Who you are is not about what your physically looks. It's about what you did. Things that you achieved or you did for others, and you really feel really proud about that achievements or things you did for other people or for yourself. If you are always constantly comparing to others and thinking what you can do in terms of targets, that will destroy you, completely destroy you, because it's impossible, absolute impossible to reach everything you propose on life. Failing is part of the path. Failing is part of the way you have to go through to learn, to improve, and to evolve as a human being, okay? Here we are on this world to learn from our mistakes and to try to get better in all aspects. It can be at work, at home, with your co-workers, your teammates, your family. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is to know what you have done before, to know what things can you do better, and most importantly, to try to be and to fix these things you think you really can work on and to improve on them, because as I said, me, you, all people is constantly failing. Yes, because perfection does not exist. So in the moment you realize of that, don't get frustrated for what you missed, for what you did not before, and just try to do it again, or at least try to improve things that you did better in the past, but not thinking in I have to do right now this thing to try to improve and to try to get better. I need to find the solution. It's not just like that. It's like analyze who you are, analyze how do you feel in terms of what you have done before or what you really want to achieve, but don't focus yourself into try to, achieve that thing because it's what you have to do. It's about you have to do it or you have to achieve it because it's the way you will learn the next lesson. That's the key. Especially if you really success in something. Also, it's very easy. It's very easy to try to demand more. When you have done great things in life, in general, in your daily life as well, it's easy to forget that when you fail in other area in your life. I think it's possible to avoid frustration if you accept that failing, trying again, or just let it go. Sometimes you can't do it, but that not means that you are failed. Maybe you really need that failing or that mistake in your life or that wrong step to learn from it and to do better things in other areas in the future. So it's not just about that mistake or that things that you are failing or you are missing sometimes, It's about understand that is part of the process. And if you learn from it, it's matter of time to see the progress and to see things that for some reason puts together in your life and opens to you new ways, new doors that you never imagined before. And that's the thing. As Lewis Hamilton, when he success in his F1 career, becoming the most successful driver in the Formula One history, most wins than anyone, most pole positions than anyone, more championships than anyone, apart from Michael Schumacher.
It's hammer time. Fantastic job, guys, all weekend. Car was fantastic to drive. Thank you.
Okay, Lewis, I think you've done it, mate. World champion, pal. World champion.
That's the greatest moment of my life. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything you guys do.
And he decided to move to Ferrari, the most successful team. And everyone was thinking, if the most successful driver joins in the most successful team, anyone will be able to stop them. And the first year in red in Ferrari for Lewis Hamilton was terrible. Terrible. At the point that he really admit that he said in an interview that he was useless. He said that in an interview. I'm useless because he was failing and failing and failing. And everyone was expecting from him in Ferrari that he should be winning.
I'm just useless.
So say again?
I'm just useless.
And then happened the magic. When Lewis Hamilton admits in an interview that one of the fans that were close to him in one of the meetings said to him, "Don't forget who you are."
I think one of the things that someone said to me this week, I've been thinking of all week, is don't forget who you are. And I really, it was good to have that.
That phrase, "don't forget who you are," clicked on his mind. And in the next season in Ferrari, in 2026, he started to deliver as he was, the great champion he was in the past, achieving the best results. And it was not because just he was able to drive better or, to adapt much better to the car he was driving. That, of course, it has an impact as well in the results. But probably the most important reason, because in the second season in Ferrari was much better driver than in the first, was because he remembered who he was and who he is and what he achieved before, And with that base, he's driving now much more relaxed, calm, not having the necessity to prove to everyone that he is still being the best. He's just driving from zero, knowing what he was, knowing what he had, knowing what he achieved, but at the same time, using that to perform better. Not from the ego, from the reminder of he did before. And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the key in life. I'm almost sure we are here on this world, every single person that it's now living, I'm sure that is here for a certain goal. We have to achieve different things in life. Different things. Depends where we were born, depend with we were raised, or depend the life we have, the environment we have, the money we have around. There are factors that change the goals of every person. But I'm sure if we were born in a certain city, in a certain place, it's because we had to were born there. And to learn from that place and from the environment and the family we have, because we cannot choose the family. We cannot choose the place we were born. But we can choose our destiny and the things we want to do with our life. And that's the most important thing. Believe in yourself and love yourself, most importantly, because at the end of the day, the only thing you have, it's you. Anyone can't do anything for you, just you. And there is an incredible version of you if you believe in yourself. Don't forget it.